Two people walk into the same room. Same credentials, same experience, same title. Within 15 seconds, one of them is being listened to. The other is being tolerated. It's not confidence, it's not charisma, it's power perception, and it follows a psychology most people never learn because nobody teaches it. Today, I'm going to teach you the 3 mechanisms that determine who controls any room. Social psychologists have studied power dynamics for decades, and one finding appears consistently across every study. Power is not taken. It is given, unconsciously, by everyone else in the room. We give power to people who meet 3 specific conditions. Conditions we are not consciously aware we're evaluating. But our brains run this assessment in the first 15 seconds of every interaction, and the result determines who we defer to, who we ignore, and who we remember. Here are the 3 mechanisms, and exactly how to activate them. The first mechanism is spatial ownership. And it's so simple most people dismiss it until they see the research. In every primate social group, including human organizations, the individual with the highest status moves the slowest and occupies the most space. This is called the expansion-contraction principle. High-status individuals expand, low-status individuals contract. Watch any executive meeting. The most powerful person in the room will have their chair slightly back from the table. Their arms will not be crossed. Their posture will not be optimized for politeness. They will physically occupy more territory than anyone else, not aggressively, just naturally. Now watch a junior employee in the same room. Elbows tucked, knees together, back slightly forward. Physically taking up the minimum viable space, unconsciously signaling, I am not a threat. I am not claiming territory. This is not personality. It's primate hierarchy expressed through posture. And it means you can reverse engineer status by changing your physical configuration before you change anything else. Expand your body. Your brain follows. Before you enter any room, take 2 seconds. Roll your shoulders back. Let your arms hang. Take a breath that expands your diaphragm, not your chest. You are now physically signaling dominance before you've said a word. The room processes this before it processes your credentials. The second mechanism is vocal gravity, and this is where most ambitious professionals sabotage themselves without realizing it. Research on vocal perception shows that pitch, pace, and pauses communicate status more reliably than the actual content of words. Specifically, people perceived as high status speak slightly slower, slightly lower in pitch, and use more deliberate pauses than people perceived as low status. Here's the trap. When we feel nervous, we speed up. When we want to prove competence, we over-explain. When we feel the need to justify ourselves, our pitch rises. Every instinct you have when you're trying to impress someone is the exact behavior that signals lower status. The vocal gravity formula is 3 adjustments. 1. Pause before you answer. A 2-second pause is not awkward. It signals that you're not rushing to please. 2. End your sentences by going down in pitch, not up. Upward inflection signals uncertainty. Downward inflection signals conviction. The same sentence delivered with a downward ending reads as a statement of fact. With an upward ending, it reads as a question. 3. Speak at 80% of your natural speed. Deliberate. Unhurried. The person who is comfortable with silence controls the conversation. Fast talkers explain. Slow talkers command. The third mechanism is counterintuitive, and it's the one that separates people with real power from people performing it. Attention direction is the principle that status is signaled by whose attention you seek and whose you don't. Low-status behavior is attention-seeking, scanning the room to see who's looking at you, laughing at every joke the boss makes, nodding excessively when someone senior speaks. Every one of these behaviors signals, I am seeking validation from people above me. High-status behavior is attention-giving. Selectively. You choose who receives your attention. You do not distribute it equally. You do not check who's looking. You focus on one person at a time, fully present, because you have nothing to prove and no one to impress. This is why the most powerful person in a meeting is often the quietest one, not because they're shy, because they're directing their attention, not seeking anyone else's. The practical move. In your next meeting, pick one person. Give them your complete, undivided attention while they speak. Do not glance at your boss. Do not scan for reactions. Focus entirely on the speaker. Then, when you speak, maintain that same directed attention. Don't scan for approval. Watch what happens to the room's perception of you. It shifts within one meeting. Seek attention equals low status. Give attention equals high status. Let's put it together. Spatial ownership. Expand before you enter. Take up territory. Slow your movements. Vocal gravity. Pause before speaking. End on a down note. Deliberate, unhurried pace. Attention direction. Give attention. Don't seek it. Choose who receives it. Stop scanning for approval. You do not need a new title, a new job, or anyone's permission to deploy any of these mechanisms. They are behavioral, they are learnable, and they are operational tomorrow morning. The people who control rooms are not more talented than you. They have learned to signal power through mechanisms the rest of the room processes unconsciously. Now you have the playbook. The only question is whether you'll use it. On Saturday, I'm releasing the companion to this video, How to Command Respect Without Saying a Single Word. The non-verbal signals that make people defer to you before you've opened your mouth. Subscribe now. That video will change how you walk into every room for the rest of your career.